Day number 2 in Korea. Today we are taking an all-day tour to the Demilitarized zone with the DMZ Spy Tour. This is actually small group tours, so we're in a van. Actually, there's 3 vans because our group is so big, but small vans, and we're following the story of some North Korean spies that in 1968 infiltrated South Korea to try and kill the South Korean president. First stop on the tour, a memorial of where those 31 soldiers were found just right outside the president's house. And then up the hill, the second stop, it's a memorial of the police officer who spotted them. Obviously he was killed, and now we're gonna continue ending up at the DMZ. Third stop on the tour is the Bugak Skyway, or the Bugak Observatory. It's right behind the Blue House, which is the president's house. You see it from downtown Seoul. And up here, you get great views of this really expensive residential area behind. On a clear day, you can see all of downtown Seoul, including Namsan Peak and Namsan Tower. But what's also interesting from here, being the DMZ tour, one hillside just over that way, there's anti-aircraft radar, there's an artillery gun, and then on the other hill is another military outpost. So they've got to protect themselves from North Korea. So we spent about 45 minutes driving in the van on some of their highways up this winding road to the Odusan Unification Tower right here, where we can see into North Korea. Today is a very clear day, and so we can see there's actually a North Korean village right over there, right across the Han River, just about a mile away. By the way, if you hear some noises in the background, we're also here with a group of elementary school students that were practicing their English and saying hello, and also peering out through those telescopes. So one funny part about visiting this particular observatory, and I mean North Korea and the whole DMZ is not funny, but there's a warning out there that says because this observatory is so close to North Korea that if war were to break out, that basically you could get hurt if you're here. So just a word of warning. You've now been warned. So one nice part about taking the van tour is we get some snacks as part of this Korean tourism organization trip, which includes some banana milk. Actually, it's banana flavored milk. And they provided us some chocolate cream pies by Lotte. I'm looking forward to this milk. And I got a cute little straw to drink it with. So the highlight of the DMZ Spy Tour is to visit the 25th Infantry Republic of Korea Army Base, which is where we are right here, and I've got power lines that are on my face, so I'm stepping back. But here, on the other side of that hill, is the DMZ. There's a barbed wire fence, and then North Korea is on the other side. Are you curious what that looks like? Well, sorry, I can't take any photos or video. You'll have to come yourself, because only the United Nations can take photos that way. And United Nations, I am not. But the guards are pretty cool. They were posing for pictures with us, so that's pretty neat. Friendly Republic of Korea Army soldiers. There's even a small bunker right here you can go into. It's really small. The DMZ is a really interesting place because you can see the war has really never ended, right? There's South Korean soldiers looking across the border to North Korean soldiers, but as the tension's lower and lower, they're trying to rebrand it from national security tourism to peace tourism. And I also love Korea Peace. To commemorate our visit, we got a certificate of completion. It says, certificate of completion granted to Chris Rainey in recognition of visiting the southern limit line of the general outpost in the Republic of South Korea, and I completed the security education and military experience. Best of all, it's yellow. How'd they know? And I also successfully completed visiting the base without stepping on any landmines. Yes, there's a ton of them in the DMZ. After visiting the observatory, they gave us patches to commemorate the visit and told us we could try on uniforms, whether we want to join the US Army or the Republic of Korea Army. Which one do you think I should wear? Bringing it back to where we started about those 31 North Koreans that infiltrated South Korea. How did they get in? How did they get through the fence? They believe right here is where they cut through that fence. Can you see those soldiers? Actually, they're a diorama, but this is where they believe that invasion started so many years ago. So at that DMZ Experience where I could dress up at the guard, the other things they let you do is they let you write a note on a ribbon to tie it to the fence. So we're wishing North and South Korea to have some peace soon. And of course, we had a couple choices for ribbon colors, but you know which one we picked? yellow. Actually, OC Girl picked that. So what's for lunch today? It is a little bit of North Korean style Korean barbecue, and that is BBQ Duck. I've never had Korean barbecue duck, but apparently it is popular in the north. So we got the grill right here that we put this duck on. This is supposed to be much leaner for you than pork is. Traditional, I feel, Korean barbecue in Korea is pork. In the US and LA, it's all about the beef. It's all about the cow beef. So when this duck is done, I'll let you know how it is. And we've got all the usual fixins here. Kimchi, side items, seaweed, some tofu stew, and then some lettuce to wrap it in, which you'll find that you eat by hand. Pretty much at every Korean barbecue in Korea, they have that, though almost never in LA. In LA, it's usually like a rice paper that you wrap the Korean barbecue with. So the other day, when you saw me cutting my seafood pancake with scissors, I mentioned you see scissors pretty much everywhere in Korea. And so here we've got the scissors to help cut up the duck so that the duck is then bite-sized pizzas. Because we've only got chopsticks to eat it, there is no knife at this table, just scissors. Okay, I've got my duck and I got my spicy sauce in there, my lettuce, and so I'm just gonna wrap it all up. And by the way, there's some really loud YouTubers in the back, crazy YouTubers. Okay, so I just put it into a little thing like this and People always tell me I should include maps in my videos to help them find out where things are and put a little pin on it to tell you where it is. Well, I've done half of it for you. If you want to know where we are, we're right where the pin is. I bet you could find that on Google Maps in the satellite view. The final stop on our DMZ Spy Tour was the Korean War Memorial Museum right here. Admission is free, and it goes through in great detail about the history of the Korean War. And it was really bloody. I mean, I don't think I've come to really appreciate before going through this museum just how many people died and just how much the war went through. North Korea to the top, South Korea to the bottom, back and forth, Seoul taken by the south, Seoul taken by the north, Pyongyang taken by the south, Pyongyang taken by the north. It's really complicated. Come and go through this museum and you'll get a good appreciation for it. Now, earlier I told you that this is my third tour of the DMZ. So what did I like about it? Well, I liked the little van that we had. That was nice, not having to ride in a big bus. I loved that we had a really knowledgeable tour guide in the van. That was super awesome, especially having a walkthrough of this museum. He was able to explain it much better than us just reading the signs. But what I did miss was I missed the joint security area. The last tour we took, we got to go into those blue buildings that's like the border between North and South Korea. So what I would tell you is if you're coming to Seoul and you're doing a DMZ tour, I would say try to find one that has the JSA, the Joint Security Area, in it, and that you go in there. Now, in order to do that, you have to book in advance because they book out at least 5 days before. If you can't get one of those because the JSA is closed or they're all booked out, then I think definitely considering a kind of private van tour like this is definitely a great alternative to the huge bus tour. And by the way, if you want to know more about visiting the Joint Security Area, you can check out my vlog from last year when I was here, and that one I put all 7 days in one video. You'll find the link at the end of this video or in the description below or the pinned comment I have to check out that 7-day vlog that includes the visit to the Joint Security Area. So for dinner on day number 3, we had some monastic temple food at a Michelin-starred restaurant that serves just vegetarian food. That meal was so long, I'm actually gonna put that out as a separate video joined by Jordan, and it's gonna be an American and Australian react to eating temple food. So stay tuned for that one. But if you wanna watch day number 2, you didn't catch that one, you can click right here. If you wanna watch day number 4, click over here. We're gonna be staying at a temple, and actually I don't even know if I'll be able to upload it tomorrow because I don't know we have Wi-Fi. So this might be a few days when we get back to the real world of the internet. So I won't say goodbye because I'll see you in one of these videos.